Hello everyone, welcome to this brand new Databricks migration series. If you're working as a data engineer, cloud engineer, solution architect, or ETL developer, you are planning to migrate workload from platform like Snowflake, SQL Server, Azure Data Factory, Informatica, or any other traditional data warehouse to Databricks. This series is for you. Over the next several video, we will cover the everything you need to successfully plan, execute, optimize, and operate a Databricks migration using the real world example and enterprise best practice. So let's get started. So why this series? The many organizations are modernizing their data platform. They are moving to Databricks to reduce the infrastructure cost, improve processing performance, simply data uh, architecture, and leverage the modern technology such as Apache Spark, Delta Lake, Unity Catalog, and AI powered analytics. However, the migration is not just about the converting the SQL script or copying the notebook from one platform to another. A successful migration requires the careful planning, choosing the right architectures, understanding the dependencies, implementations, governance, validation data, optimization performance, and ensuring the smooth production deployment. So without a proper migration strategy, project can become expensive, time consuming, and difficult to maintenance maintain. And that exactly why I created this series. What we will cover in this series, so this is just another Databricks tutorial. So we will focus especially on migration from an enterprise perspective. Throughout this series, we will cover the topics such as understanding the Databricks Lakehouse architecture, assessment and planning, choosing the right migration strategy, Snowflake to Databricks migration, SQL Server to Databricks migration, Azure Data Factory to Databricks workflow migration, converting the ETL pipelines into a Databricks native solutions. There are many more things we are going to learn in this series. I will add this thing, all topics into the chat box. Okay, so what makes this series different? This is the most important part of this series. So one thing that makes this series different is that based on the real enterprise exam migration scenarios. Instead of focusing on only theory, we will discuss the practical implementation. We will talk about the architecture discussion, design trade-off, production challenges, debugging technique, performance optimization, governance, and operational best practices. So we will also explore why certain migration approaches success while the other create the maintenance and scalability challenges, because I have seen the um, many projects which is successfully migrated into the system, but the production support is difficult and nightmare for the support teams. So we will cover this part as well, and we will also take care of this part, because this is the very important part of this any software migration and any software application, because support is the most the key pillar of this of any application or software. So the goal is not just teaching the Databricks feature, but to help to build the solution that is reliable, scalable, and production ready. The architecture. Okay, so first we will move the Azure Data Factory workload to the Databricks. So this is going to be our architecture, what we are going to build in this series, step by step. So let me show you the architecture in the bigger picture, so you will see in the better way. Yeah, this is the one. So suppose you have a Azure Data Factory which will have the following source system: SQL Server, Oracle, SAP, Salesforce, REST API, SAP, Azure Blob Storage, and flat files. So assuming you have a current architecture like this, you have built some Azure Data Factory, wherein inside the Azure Data Factory you have created the many pipelines which will read the data from the source system like this SQL Server, Oracle, SAP, and then created some transforming the data and ETL, implement some ETL processing, schedule them, and triggering for the specific time, like the Snowflake data warehouse, and consuming into the BI reporting. So you can assume this is your current architecture like this. So what we are going to migrate, so what process we are going to follow to migration to this to Azure Data Factory. So these are the steps we are going to follow, and we will see how these steps will we will execute this step by step. So assessment and discovery, inventory pipeline, sources, dependency and logics, pipeline mapping, map ADF components to the Databricks component, code conversion, convert ADF activities to the PySpark and SQL Server, SQL notebooks, testing and validation, data validation and reconciliation and business validation, performance tuning, optimize the performance and cost in Databricks, deployment and go live. So this is this is the process we are going to follow to migrate the Azure Data Factory to Databricks system. So what we are going to implement in the Databricks site. So this is the one. So Databricks workflow. We are going to create the job orchestration, uh, and how to schedule them, trigger them, and monitor and alerts. The Databricks notebooks in so Databricks provide the notebooks which can be written in the PySpark, SQL, and Python. Reusable framework also we can implement here. Uh, the Delta Lakehouse. The Delta Lake is another open source table which is going to be the multiple layer we can implement for the data warehousing. So raw, bronze, silver, and gold layer, which is similar to the Snowflake staging, EDW, and data mart. In the Databricks, we are following this terminology: raw, the bronze, silver, and gold. The Unity catalog. So this is the most powerful feature in the Databricks for the Unity catalog, which is not uh, uh, I'm not saying the not provided, which is difficult to handle in the Snowflake, but using the Unity catalog, uh, uh, you can control the all the delta table and Databricks policies and in the centralized locations. We will learn this topic as well in our upcoming videos. So what key features under in the Unity catalogs? You can see the data warehouse, data governance, security and access control, lineage, data quality, and auditing. So this is the architecture which we are going to implement in this series first, and then later on we will move it to the another solution. If you are excited about the learning the database migration from the enterprise perspective, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification so that uh, you don't miss any upcoming videos. If there is a specific migration topic you would like me to cover, let me know in the comment box. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.